Hey folks, Quillyton here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Stellaris. We are the Broquillian Effluvium, and we have fought for our hard-earned freedom. Finally, we are independent for the first time in a century and a half, and having a lovely time. In between episodes, I did go and do a pass through all of our planets. Many of them have started some construction projects. The other thing I noticed, now I love Tiny Outliner, but two of these space stations were not connected up to their trade good. In fact, even the one in Moldly Desert wasn't. If I hit down trade routes over here, it wasn't actually sending trade to Light Never Goes Out, which means we weren't earning this trade value. When I unpause, I think our money, I guess at the end of the monthly tick, I think our money is going to go up substantially, and I don't know how long it's been a problem. Normally you see these little red arrows that show that something is disconnected, but I think it gets overwritten by these little symbols over here. I just noticed I was running a test game, and I noticed the same thing happen until I went and upgraded one of my Starbases and made sure to fill in all of its building slots. I actually couldn't see the little double red arrow of no trade. There was another one as well. Probably something over here that we just conquered. But that wasn't ideal. Especially the one in Moldy Desert, for some reason not being connected. When was that conquered? You know, when did we lose control over that, and how long that's been sitting and not transmitting trade to our capital? That doesn't sound like a good thing. We're going to go ahead and pause. I did send a construction ship to Light Never Goes Out to start a gateway construction site. My other one is moving up to Zuan over here. I was already doing the Sade Menace. No, I guess not. Sure. Let's do that. Because if we can get a gateway site up here as well, it's going to be great for moving around very quickly. The other thing I was thinking is I might finally try my hand at building a quantum catapult, which I've never done, and maybe it turns out that it's like super duper useful, and I would have wished I'd had it forever. I don't like, it's one way, right? I'm not wrong about that? I'm pretty sure that's correct. Foundation of Ushu, hanging out over here. Ooh, that is a monstrously large fleet. Menace? I'll move you as well. It might just be enclaves. We haven't met that many of them. Maybe we're meeting some enclaves finally. We've been missing out on. Hawkery Station. So I think these are all still going to become full anchorage sites, just for. Yeah, just for you know, more naval capacity. Do I build them now? I've got a lot of alloys right now, and they actually are fairly cheap, so let's do that. We're also going to want a naval logistics office. Let's at least fill in these missing bits. I tend to, for a fully upgraded, once you get the Citadel and you have all these 4 building sites, I don't really usually have something for all of those, especially my like random extra sites. So just some resource silos are fine. They don't have any maintenance and let us play a little bit more with things. I'm going to replace these torpedo batteries with anchorages because we don't need those torpedo batteries, I don't think. Maybe I should do a pass through everything here. I'm sorry, you still have a hydroponics bay? Where's a place I grabbed? That's possible. Okay, transit hub. What else do you have here? Communications jammer. I mean, it's not terrible. Where? Ooh, over here. I think I'd just rather have the resource silo. And maybe I'm undervaluing things. Oh, you have a hydroponics bay here too. We'll replace it with a naval logistics office. A couple more anchorages. Get yourself your resource silo. Actually, let me double check that you don't have anything special here. No, like a nebula refinery, you know, that sort of thing. Black hole observatory. I don't even know if we have the tech for that. Anchorages, replace this hydroponics bay with a naval logistics office. Yep. Resource silos, fine. We need to do some ship redesigning as well. Thing is, I keep Googling and I keep looking at all these different Reddit threads, right? For like the new 3.6 ship metas and things like that. And they're still sort of, there's not a definitive answer. There's some people who say, you know, oh, the 3.6 update killed single ship type fleets, so you really have to do mixed fleets. And other people are like, LOL, no, I still just do pure battleship split between carriers and artillery. So there's a bunch of different opinions on the matter, which I guess is very, you know, that's the way it works on the internet. Because partially some of it is, well, what difficulty are people playing on? Maybe you're not, you know, if you're playing on an easy difficulty, like on easier difficulties, then any type of ship design will work. But that doesn't help me. Anyway, let's see if our income boots up. Well, it didn't here. It actually went down. All right. Although admittedly, I guess we switched a few other things around with our construction. I was hoping the trade would represent more cash. Someone's Dyson sphering. Oh, see, that would be nice. All right, bring the speed up here and here. Construction ship is idle over there. We're waiting for some influence to be able to build another gateway over here. I spent it all on some claims.
Spaceborne abomination encountered.
There are a lot of abominations out there. I like to think of them as my neighbor. Where are you in orbit of? You're in orbit of this factory world. So we should get orbital logistics system. I don't know what we should put in your second slot here. You'll do some science, but I don't think there's anything that assists science. Is there just a generically good building that's always going to be a decent pick? I mean, all of these add some jobs as well, or some of these add some jobs. Maybe not. I don't think any of those will help. This one here does give 2 merchant jobs. You can build a nebula refinery. Yeah, you have access to all the space station modules, so sure, we'll build that. I mean, our mineral situation isn't bad, but I mean, we can always.
Spaceborne depravity encountered.
I'm always thinking about going through and just finalizing the upgrade and all these, so we do have full information.
Spaceborne abomination.
Plus, then it'll be tougher.
Encountered. We have mastered a new technology.
I don't know if Oh, I guess I'm out.
Spaceborne monstrosity.
I don't know if upgrading your basic space stations help out your apparent military rating for political things, diplomatic things, but I don't know. I'll go ahead and update them anyway. Okay, kinetic artillery level 2. So that is interesting because it leads to a very important discussion about, that'll still be in the list. Let's get the level 5 neutronium armor. We have to discuss what our new ship designs are going to be. I'm letting our current ship queues finish so that we can make changes to designs, because you can't change designs if something's under construction. But yeah, we've got to take another look at that. What we could do is we could actually experiment. We could have one fleet that is the pure battleship fleet and see how it performs. We could have one very balanced between everything. Corvettes, excuse me. It's early in the morning, and apparently I've got a frog in my throat here. A mix of corvettes, destroyers, cruisers, probably not frigates anymore, cruisers and battleships in one fleet versus another one that's sort of single purpose. Okay, we keep doing first contact with the same
construction
Sade menace. Yeah, there we go. So we got 2 of those. Why is it we're using the letter over and over? That's weird. Okay, it does look like we're finished doing that. So, I also finally renamed the CV missile to CV Swarm, which is what this Corvette is going to be. I know CV is not the designation for Corvette, but it works for us, so we're going to do that. Yeah, Swarm type AI. One thing I'm seeing, it's still, I always discount these sort of, the crystal infused plating, because the raw numbers it provides isn't the same as these others, but time and time again, I see most people put at least 1 unit of crystal infused plating on nearly every ship they've got. Just, I guess because so many things do ignore shield and armor, having more hull points is pretty useful, I guess. So I'm going to do this. We're going to go a balanced approach over here on the Corvette. Everything else I'm pretty happy with. Our destroyer continues to be point defense based. Right now, I'm still just got these phase disruptors on the destroyers, but I'm actually wondering if it might be better to go to Marauder missiles, which would give my destroyers substantially more range. Now, the destroyers do get relatively close. Well, the destroyers are here to intercept shots, so really all they need to do is they need to be between my main ships and everything else. 30 range is actually pretty close. It might not be a problem, but my destroyers, or sorry, my battleships are at such long range. Is there any chance that maybe some ships will get past my line ships and fire at my battle cruisers from beyond my picket with these short ranges? Huh. Just because I do see some people with their picket show designs, they do put these missiles on here. We still have, like, we're not ignoring armor anymore, but with our artillery, the big issue is our battleships with the artillery is there's no way to, well, There is, because we've got the lightning cloud or whatever, but I'm not impressed by the damage on that anymore, so I may make a change. This gives, I mean, nice thing about this is also more just long-range volley. We are using some missiles, so if you're using some missiles, it feels we should use a lot of missiles to overwhelm point defense. So I'm kind of going back and forth on the destroyer, and I can see an argument for both options. Even autocannons is somewhat interesting. Short range, but very decent damage. Phase disruptors are currently doing 4 damage per second. The autocannon here, so quite a bit more, but obviously doesn't bypass anything. And in fact, is quite poor against armor, which is fine as long as I've got other things in my composition that maybe are good against armor. So that, all in all, it averages out. I think I'm going to go with missiles on my destroyers. I'm going to change my mind and do that. Now, we've got the missile cruisers here, which I think I'm still happy with as an overall design. What I might do is get rid of these afterburners, though. And actually, I didn't check over here. I think the small ships, the afterburners make sense. Our corvettes are at 90% evasion. If I got rid of the afterburner, are you still at 90? Although, I think we still want the afterburner so that you can close into combat very quickly. I think that's very important because you're short range. The destroyers may not need the afterburners as badly. Oh, also, I was going to do the same thing where I'm going to replace a shield with a crystal infused plating. Huh. Think you'll get the afterburner because you still benefit from the evasion. Maybe you don't need the mobility as much because you're not closing into as short of a range, but you do still need to maintain position for the point defense, so maybe that's okay. I don't know about the speedy cruisers anymore. Just because these automatic decoders are actually pretty good. Tracking to hit chance, which presumably still matters for missiles. I mean, they have an accuracy rating, they have a tracking rating. I mean, their accuracy is 100%. I don't know if that gets debuffed by things, or if really missiles don't benefit, maybe from 2 hit. We still have these ancient suspension fields too, which are interesting. They don't give a lot of shield, but they do give some hardening built in, which we can get as an extra component too. Yeah, I don't know what's right here, but we'll see. And yeah, you're going to get artillery AI because your goal is to try to stay as far away. Going to give us more range to these missiles as well, ship fire rate. But yeah, I don't know if the kiting behavior is as critical. I just don't know if the decoder is critical for these ships. These cruisers are pretty shield heavy still. Maybe I should just put in shield hardeners. I mean, I'm assuming these things stack. So that would give us 45% resistance to things that penetrate missiles, which would be other missiles, fighters, and, well, I guess if people are using disruptor type weapons. I don't know, I feel like we might have enough point defense to deal with incoming missiles, and so maybe I don't have to worry about the hardeners. All right, I'm going to put in decoders. I'm not sure how that affects the hit rate of the missiles, but accuracy seems like a good thing. Okay, let's take a look at the carrier. The carrier I'm okay with, although I will go and put in the crystal infused plating. And, oh, not shield capacitors. I guess that was more shield. I mean, more shield versus penetration. I guess you don't need the decoders because your accuracy doesn't matter as much. You do still have missiles, but it's not as much the thing. I think what I'm going to do is actually replace this with some shield hardeners. I think I've gone back and forth on that. Okay, and then we get to the artillery ship. So right now we've got the full cloud lightning setup. Now, some people I've seen argued that because firing arcs are now a thing, the spinal weapons aren't as crazy good anymore. But the fact of the matter is, I was just looking at the numbers, and the numbers are stupid. So this focused arc emitter, right, 150 range. It does have a 35-degree firing arc, which isn't, it's not huge, but it's not terrible. But look at the damage, 83 per second with full penetration, whereas these are 7. I mean, yes, we could have 3 of them in there, but that comes out to 21, well, a little more than that, like 22 and a half. So obviously the focused arc emitter is a lot more damage. The downside to these cloud lightnings as well is they don't actually have huge range, right? 0 to 60. So this so-called artillery battleship actually has to get quite close to enemies. Whereas the arc emitter gives us 150 range. I think the particle lance is the same thing with no min range. It's terrible against shields. And you can see the DPS is only barely higher. If we get to tier 2 particle lance, whatever it's called, that might be a viable move over there. But This, with its full penetration, is good. And so the question becomes, is the Cloud Lightning worth running, right? If we replace these with kinetic artillery, we just got the level 2, it's 40 DPS. Yeah, it doesn't ignore shields or armor, although it will rip down shields pretty quickly. Does that matter, though? Because most of our things are ignoring shields. And then it's bad against armor, but our missiles are all going to be hitting armor anyway. And this is, I mean, it does full damage to hull, so it becomes maybe a good way to, like, finish things off. There's also the plasma cannon. So the plasma cannons and the kinetic artillery are very similar, although the artillery does a lot more damage, and the cannons are bad against shields. We currently don't have anything else that rips through shields, so I think I'm tempted to do something like this. And then the rear, either we throw in an extra kinetic artillery, or we do switch the broadside helm, which has 3 auxiliary slots instead of just 2. And then this can just join in the missile game. Just to, again, continue with plan, overwhelm any possibility of point defense. I think in any case, we get enigmatic decoders over here. And then, yeah, I don't know. Again, if we're doing sort of a mix based on what I'm seeing a lot online, it's like something kind of like this, although we have tons of extra power. This is only tier 4 armor. We're researching tier 5 right now. We got tier 5 shields, and we do have these special, like, extra shields, which are quite cool. This gives 1,300 armor. Pulse thing gives 1,000 armor and 450 shields. I mean, so the final number is only slightly higher with the pulse armor, and adds more shield, which maybe we're worried about. Again, if we know for sure we're shooting down all missiles and maybe even fighter craft, then the only threat to our shields are things that penetrate everything, right? Shield and armor, which maybe we should still lean towards shields. I'm so confused. Or we throw in more crystal infused plating. We could go with a perfect balance of 2-2-2 as well. Sort of all-rounder. I may as well still put the ancient pulse armor for now, because it does feel like it's kind of a net better, especially if we feel like our shields are mostly going to be okay. When we unlock the tier 5 armor, which is going to come soon, we might slap those in there. But maybe this is going to be our artillery class here. I don't know. And there's so many arguments, and I'm worried that I'm like getting some of them like conflated with one another. It's like this idea and this idea are really good, but not necessarily at the same time. So we'll let our alloys kick back in. What are we short on? Exotic gases. See, that's so annoying. Our species produces exotic gases, and yet somehow we've got this huge deficit. You know? Let me buy some. I think I did add some extra exotic gas production in some of these places. You can do that. There's some more moats as well. Actually, the moats are going okay. But yeah, we probably need more places doing that. We are converting some toxic worlds.
Spaceborne monstrosity encountered.
All right, we see the blur.
Spaceborne abomination encountered.
Oh yeah, Spatula City. So this place constantly is producing people and then probably just sending them away. We have a lot of planets with missing population still. So I'm tempted to start filling these with just some research labs, right? Just as an extra filler. Or you know what? Hold on. Change of plans. Let me just double check here. Yeah, you have no native minerals. But why don't you get a couple of the exotic gas refineries? Yep.
Construction.
Right, we're nearly break even on our consumer goods, which is good. But yeah, the money situation's got worse. Damn. I did build some extra ships, so there's maintenance there, of course. Huh. Hey, yeah, I can vote in these elections now. Again. Castigate. Yeah, sure. You know what? If people want to go and denounce some random people and whatever, that's fine. We'll just get all these upgraded to get rid of the symbols. Failed tunnel. Oh, shroud tunnel. Is that an origin that starts with one of those?
The Xeno Empire has somehow deciphered our language.
Oh, I just realized something. I have enough influence now for you to get started on your gateway site, but you don't have enough alloys. Right, because I've been spending on upgrades. Sure. strategic resources. No, I guess not.
The Xeno Empire has somehow deciphered our language.
These are artists, yeah? That could be something for some unity. What are edicts like right now? Fortify the border, right, for Starbase capacity. I guess I'm not turning that off. Okay, if I turn off the capacity subsidies, you get minus 386.
Construction complete.
Yeah, no, it definitely does get worse. Because I remember when I turned it on, it didn't look like it got better right away, but I think that's because some things were changing along the way. You've got an extra slot over here. What are we going to fill you with? Could just throw in the resource silo. That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay. Where are generator worlds? Should probably do these. Let's do this one anyway. Hawkeye. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We can upgrade this. Maybe what I should do is around all the generator worlds get an orbital ring because we can get the generator boost. Get these generator stations as well, which are fine currently. Although you are going to have a problem with your amenities here. There's trade stations. Yeah, you've got plenty of stuff still open, so let's not worry about doing anything else here. All right.
Construction complete.
Okay, gas situation got a little bit better already. That's cutlery? No. Where's I building it? Bulldogs? Oh, Spatula City, right. Exotic gas refineries. Uh-huh. Okay.
Construction complete.
Capital. You are going to need some extra work slots soon, but I guess I'll wait. And again, worst case scenario, if you just end up moving to another planet, that's hardly the end of the world. I'm just saving up my alloys for now for our gateway up in the north.
Construction complete.
Especially since we'd still have to do the upgrade as well. Like, you build the shell and then you do the upgrade. So it all starts to cost. Comes people with their mega structures. We'll go in this. Oh, I actually ran out of the material. Oh, that's annoying. Sell you. No. Gateway site ready. All right. Go for that upgrade right away. Yeah, deal with this impact for a tiny bit. Here, let me do this just so that temporarily roll on some money. I'll sacrifice a little bit of sciencing. Relic activation. We did get some new planets. Generator world. Do I still have a decision sitting around for it? No. I think it's worth doing that. And then deifying you. So you get some more slaves here, which just will mean more food. Okay.
System survey complete.
Now, with our changes, if I take one of these full fleets, so this fleet here is at 7,400 strength on paper. If I tell you to upgrade, curious to see if its numbers will go up. It seems to be going down. Now, that doesn't mean we have a worse fleet. Oh, it went back up, then down. No, fairly down. But yeah, for political reasons, that's bad. Oh, Psionic Theory. Yeah, most of our empire size comes from our pop, so even if we don't want to go Psionic, we're definitely going to grab that. I can't remember if I set the end game to start at 2375. I mean, it doesn't start right then, it's just becoming a percentage chance, but we are definitely cruising towards...
Construction complete.
What is going on here? Are you being eaten by someone? But I want to eat you up. With 2 more years of truce here. If we want to go anywhere beyond this, we'll need the catapult. Although it looks like people are conquering over here too. Wow. No, that's these guys conquering here. All right, well, we'll see how it shakes out. Do I have a planet I can conquer? Colonize? I do. Should I do a genetic redo? Well, let's Send you over here first. FTL jurisdiction, whoever owns them should be able to treat them whenever they want. Yeah, I support that. That sounds like exactly the sort of vibe we've got going on here.
Construction complete.
These slots might not finish the upgrade, but we may as well fill these in. I guess if I don't have anything else, I can still slap down the Deep Space Black Site. A little bit more stability is very useful.
We have mastered.
I'm not as worried about the ideology balance, which is usually one of the appeals, but the +5 stability is still nice. Okay, Science Nexus Tech is done. I think I'm also going to unlock the idea of jump travel. We may need to use it for maneuverability at some point, although obviously it does give us the combat.
Construction complete.
Oh, this is going up. This was 70 and change, right? Didn't I say that? 73, 74.1? Something like that. It's okay. So the numbers went down and then went up. So on paper, these designs are more powerful, which is good. Also, you got, I guess these were late joiners to the fleet here.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Yeah, the numbers fluctuate in odd ways, but that's going to be okay. Yeah, all right. Well, let's upgrade everything currently. And then we are still going to have to build more ships. Oh, am I full of artifacts? Ho, ho, ho. Let's do reverse engineer for society research. We really need engineering research. Let's do peaceful applications, reduce pop consumer goods consumption. That's going to be good. All right, and I won't do any more because we didn't use the rubricator to make ourselves more artifacts.
Construction complete.
So we're waiting for some more terraforming to complete. Yeah, no black site. That's fine. All of those. Okay, basically breaking even here. Our energy credits is still on the poor side, but we can keep compensating by selling off food. Neutronium armor, that'll be another round of upgrades for our ships actually, so it should probably halt their job. Lithoid transgenesis, so we already had one that let us convert from eating as much food to starting to eat energy. I'm assuming instead of eating food with, this is going to be rocks, which we still have excess food, but I feel like I have to research it to see what it does. I'm going to go down the autocannon. Autocannons are still have some good potential for us. Yeah, let me halt. And then... Okay. Now you can upgrade to that armor. Is this... Can I hit you? No. You can hit you to upgrade space stations, but apparently not fleets. So yeah, we'll just throw that all in the queue. That's going to be fine. Construction of ship up here. You never did start your gateway site, so let's do that right next to the hyper relay.
Spaceborne horror encountered.
84. We still know there's some big freaky numbers though.
Construction complete.
Right, and this quantum catapult. Okay, we have the influence. We don't have the alloys right now. I think we're gonna have to start construction over it and
our ships have
potentially
been
use
upgraded.
it strategically. You're way over here. Can I put you back on auto survey? I guess I will. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I never finish excavating this? Alright, let's do that now then. We're gonna hyperspace lanes. Yeah.
Construction complete.
What is this? Oh, capital is no longer connected to that of the DAR. What's the advantage of being connected? Does it open up a new diplomatic option?
Colonization efforts begun.
Still would love more alloys overall. How's our planets? Everyone's good? Someone's moving out of Ice Maker. Yeah, which is fine. I don't think there's really anything else to do here. I could start spending more of my Unity on some upgrades, but I think we'll finish the mercantile tree. Yes, excellent. More slaves. Unlock your crime. Can also help get our population higher a little faster for the planetary capital. This is just a tier 1 generator world. No, I still want the ideas. And I think you will need one more city district. I think we still got one more upgrade from the planetary administration for a slot, but I think currently 4 city districts is what we're looking for. Did physics scientist. Oh, grab this guy. You do have physics, and we are actually doing propulsion. Wait. Oh, you were doing society research. I thought I was taking out of a science ship. Wait, so hold on. Well, then this maniacal one we'll put there. And then you need a new replacement. None of these are helpful, so I'll just, as per usual, there we go. Get the youngest one so that they have the most opportunity to gain experience. Really need more alloy
Spaceborne
production.
depravity encountered.
Sucks that we've had to build so many factory worlds. Let me take a look at my genetic situation. I don't remember where we left things off, point-wise. Still, yeah, the, right here, the Voidling still doesn't work for us. It's not good. I do have points. Although, what I have to do is get rid of something. I guess we could get rid of fleeting. Oh, and put in conservationist. Yes! Oh my god. Here, I'm going to officially call it... Well, this will... You know what? It'll be 3.0. It'll be annoying because I'll still have some on Kajaba's Prime. I guess I could just wait for this to finish. But it's 3 more years away. No, we'll apply this. Also, just notice my truce is up.
Situation log updated.
Okay. But can I really declare war on these guys? I don't even border... Yeah, all their stuff has been conquered. What is this war for? War of overlordship. I really don't want you to become a vassal of that guy. Well, we'll see how it shakes out. Yeah, I am thinking we're going to get
Our
a
ships
catapult.
have been upgraded.
We actually have enough to make it, right? Quantum catapult site. Where do I build it? I don't see any glow. I'd like to build it in a place that has a gateway. Where do I build a quantum catapult? Is it a... Oh, did it say neutron star in the description? I was looking at the bond part. Neutron star or pulsar. Ah ha 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 ha. There's a pulsar there. These are just blue stars. Yeah, there's this here too. Just wondering what the most convenient site might be. Probably I'll do this. I mean, it might end up building a gateway there. We'll see. There we go. Go over there. So my understanding is, actually, is that too far away from the front? Maybe I should put it in Sidor. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I've got my giant space highway through it, so it should still be relatively accessible. Because my understanding is you put the ships in here, and then we've got a button to catapult. You do get a debuff, but it's got a radius, so I just want it to be a little closer to maybe what our front will be. Oh, that's our static defenses. Yeah, okay, I'll upgrade you because I think we still want those to exist near the front. Worlds, keep researching that. I don't know what it leads to. We'll see, I guess.
Our ships have been upgraded.
Okay. Money's still going down. Everything else is positive. Again, we'd still love more alloys. But yeah, theoretically, we might end up with a bunch of extra consumer goods after we finish our genetic modification.
Construction.
I wonder if it means we could flip a factory world over. Or at the very least, I think I have one that's an industrial world. I think I did, but I might have finally specialized it, because I think specializing it makes more sense. Species modification complete. Let's let the end of the month tick by. Well, I mean, I guess it helped. It wasn't as dramatic as I expected. Definitely won't be converting any factory worlds. That's for sure. I know there's nothing that's screaming out for any attention here. Yeah, might as well. Because if we're going to build anything else on desert, it's almost certainly going to be more industrial districts. Oh, right. I should have been building maybe more effluent sensors. I mean, it uses up energy, but not that much. Let's go ahead and do this. We can only build a certain number of them. Factory world, yeah, with a bunch of disabled research labs, which is fine now because you still have nowhere near enough stuff. Oh, this can be upgraded. Robot assembly plant, cloning vats. Civilian. You do have the Ministry of Production. Okay, I think you've got the full set. Good. You've got this, you've got that, and you've got this, so it's the full set. Yeah, constructing, there's some extra things. You have a little bit of extra housing. That's probably the way it's going to stay here in Ice Maker. I don't think I can generate more jobs for you, short of building a ring world and getting some extra districts. Yeah, no available upgrade yet because you need the capital. You got both these. You've got that, and I suspect I can't build the Ministry of Production yet. Nope. Still massive empty job slots here. Oh, do you not have... You don't have a Hyperthorm. Or, well, the Hollow Theater first. I mean, your stability's okay. But as you grow, it'll probably become more of a thing, so we'll go ahead and build that. You don't need anything right now, because you've got all these empty job slots. I think you're fine. Sorry, I know this is not very exciting. I usually do this between episodes, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep recording right now. Stable. The one industrial district's not very useful, but we probably... I mean, I'm assuming I can't put you into more energy. I don't need anything else. And in fact, you've got too much housing. I can replace 2 of these city districts with something else. Although, actually, you're fairly balanced now. And soon you will legitimately need more housing if you keep growing, because you can actually support more jobs than this. Moldy Research might just end up getting more city districts. I guess it doesn't really need anything right now, so I'll leave it be. I know, there's negative amenities, but as long as stability's okay, I'm not going to stress. Another tech world here. Double builders, that's fine. You don't have a research institute yet. We may as well get that started. Vegetable CRISPR as this fortress world was still good. Although, I should probably change this designation for now. I don't need you to be marked as a fortress world currently. I'm going to get you to be a generator world, because we could use that. Generator station. All good. We might end up upgrading more of these stations later. Oh, hold on a sec. You don't have an energy grid. Oh, sorry, it's not. It's a trade districts. Yeah. Sorry, it's yellow, so it's the same color as the generators. So it threw me off. Now, you will want more trade things, like maybe the Galactic Stock Exchange, but you can't build that yet. You still have plenty of job slots, so I'm not too worried about it. Same sort of vibe here. You've already got that. Could you replace this with the... Yeah, Galactic Stock Exchange? Let's do this. You still had, like, so much empty work. It really wasn't very concerning. This place is basically full. I don't know if upgrading this is the priority. I don't know. I think we should. You're good here. You will need some more jobs soon. Well, let's go research district and then housing. We need more work soon, which we could do over here. I don't think there's any more mining boosts we can give you. Although, I could just have you make more of something. We could use some crystals, for example, so why don't you go ahead and do that. If you still have plenty of work slots, we're going to upgrade this. And then I'll probably take the decision to embiggen you as well. I mean, I know this is eating alloys, but... And then we're back to the capital. I guess I'll upgrade one of these. Okay. Well, that'll be that for the episode. Look, still would like to do some more opportunities. Although, clearly, if we're going to get involved with anything versus the Ushu, it's going to be a whole thing. The catapult, good. We're going to want the gateway over here for some flexibility. Yeah, we kind of have to see how this war ends and then see who's independent after this whole mess shakes out. It's these guys here, this theocracy. Overwhelming strength, huh? They've got a couple of vassals. Well, we'll see. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.